Okay, if you're watching this video, that means you want to download 2OS on your laptop. You want to have a Windows and you want to have a Linux or any other operating system out there. Now, one of the first things you need to do is you need to download a VirtualBox, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Click on this right here. Okay, it's opened up. So right here you can read what it says. It says VirtualBox is a powerful x82 and AMD64 Intel virtualization product for enterprise as well as home use. So it means you can use it at home on your system. So let's go ahead and click on this blue mark that says download VirtualBox 7.0. Click on it. After clicking on it, you'll be taken to the next page, which you have to choose your OS operating system. So I'm going to choose Windows host. So I'm choosing Windows because I'm using a Windows operating system already, and it's going to be the host where my VirtualBox is going to be running. If you have a Mac, you can go ahead and choose the Mac host Intel or any other system. Then you can just choose. Now okay, it's already installing, so we're just going to wait for it to install. While we wait for it to install, I'm going to give some more information about VirtualBox.
VirtualBox can extend the technical capability of any compatible computer, enabling it to run multiple operating systems in different virtual machines at once. For instance, a user can run Windows 11 on Ubuntu on thy MacBook Air without compromising thy existing system configuration or application. VirtualBox is leveraged by IT administrator, software developers, numerous other technical professionals and general public, and users for multiple purposes. For instance, developers can create software for different platforms on the same machine. Will tester can use it to build a virtual network for software testing. Okay. Wow! VirtualBox can be downloaded and used for free by personal users under the GNU General Public License. However, commercial users must purchase the VirtualBox Extension Pack Enterprise Commercial License for business use.
Wow, those are great information to know, and I'm also going to tell you the advantage and disadvantage of downloading VirtualBox at the end of the video. So let's continue with the installation. So we're almost done installing the VirtualBox. Okay, so it's done downloading. Let's install it. Click on the arrow, click on open. Okay, so right here it says Windows installer preparing to install. So this is where we start the waiting game. All we need to do is click on next. So we'll just keep on waiting, and now it says, so right here it says the setup wizard will install Oracle VM. Just click on next. Okay, done already. So right here, this feature requires 200 MB on your hard drive. It has three sub features selected. The sub features require on 1000 kilobyte. Just go ahead and click on next. I'm sure you have enough space for that. So right here we have this missing dependencies Python core, and it says underneath, if you see, it says install the Oracle VM VirtualBox 7.08 Python binding requires the Python core package and Win32 API binding to be installed first. So we need to install a couple of packages that seems to be missing right now. And it says when continued the installation of the Oracle VM VirtualBox Python binding, now those need to be set up manually. Manually refers to the Oracle VM VirtualBox SDK manual for more information. Okay, so I'm not gonna go to the manual now. So let's go ahead and just click on yes so that we can install that. Okay, so we're about to start the installation process. So it says ready to install. Setup wizard is ready to begin the custom installation. Go ahead and click on install so that the installation can start. And it says click install to begin the installation if you want to review or change any of your installation settings. Okay, so right now we have clicked install and we're waiting for the installation to start. So if you look over here, it says please wait while the setup wizard installs Oracle VM VirtualBox 7.08. This may take several minutes. Okay, so we're just gonna wait a bit. So the process has started already. So now we can see it's installing. So let's wait for it to finish installing. We are almost done. Okay, so it says completed. Oracle VirtualBox 7.0 installation is complete. Go ahead and click on finish. Let's move on. Okay, so now we are done downloading it and installing it. Now let me tell you about the advantage and disadvantages of VirtualBox and the security too. Let's get right into it.
Cross-platform compatibility. One of the major advantages of VirtualBox is its ability to run on various host operating systems such as Windows, MacOS, Linux, and Solaris. This cross-platform compatibility ensures that you can use VirtualBox regardless of the operating system you're using. Wide range of guest operating systems. VirtualBox supports a vast array of guest operating systems, including different versions of Windows, Linux distributions, BSD, and even MacOS, though with some limitations. This versatility allows you to experiment with different operating systems without the need for separate physical machines. Easy setup and configuration. VirtualBox provides a user-friendly interface that makes it relatively simple to set up and configure virtual machines. You can define various hardware parameters, such as the number of CPUs, RAM allocation, storage, and network settings, all through a straightforward graphical interface. Snapshot and rollback features. VirtualBox allows you to take snapshots of your virtual machines at different stages. This feature is incredibly useful when testing new software or making significant changes, as it provides a safety net to revert back to a previous state if something goes wrong. Networking capabilities. VirtualBox offers various networking options, including bridged networking, NAT network address translation, and host-only networking. These features allow virtual machines to communicate with each other, the host machine, and the external network, giving you flexibility in setting up different network environments.
Now let's take a look at the disadvantages.
Performance overhead. While VirtualBox is a powerful tool, running virtual machine does impose some performance overhead on the host system. Virtualization requires sharing resources like CPU, memory, and storage, which can lead to reduced performance compared to running the operating systems natively on separate physical machines. Limited 3D graphics acceleration. VirtualBox's support for 3D graphics acceleration is somewhat limited. Although it has improved over time, it may not deliver the same level of performance as running graphics-intensive application directly on the host system. Hardware compatibility limitations. VirtualBox heavily relies on the host system hardware, which means that certain hardware features may not be accessible or fully supported within the virtual machines. This can be a disadvantage if you rely on specific hardware components or peripherals that are not compatible with virtualization. Learning curve for advanced features. While VirtualBox basic setup is straightforward, delving into more advanced features and configuration might require some technical knowledge. Exploring features like USB pass-through, shared folders, or custom networking setup may involve a steeper learning curve for less experienced users.
Now that's a great information to know about VM, the advantages and the disadvantages. Now this is the interface when you open it. The next thing you need to do is to download the operating system. It's normally called an image or a disk. You can either install Linux or another Windows. Now also, let me tell you about the security of VM. Let's get right into it.
Security. An important aspect to consider when it comes to virtualization software like VirtualBox. Let's discuss its safety from hackers. VirtualBox, like any software, has its own security measures in place to protect your virtual machines and the host system. However, it's essential to understand that no software is completely immune to potential security vulnerabilities. Here are a few key points to consider regarding VirtualBox's security. Security updates. Oracle actively releases security updates and patches to address any identified vulnerabilities in VirtualBox. It's crucial to keep your VirtualBox installation up to date with the latest releases to ensure you have the most secure version. Host system security. The overall security of your virtual machines heavily depends on the security of the host system. It's crucial to maintain strong security practices on your host operating system, such as regular updates, using reliable antivirus software, and enabling firewalls. A compromised host system can potentially impact the security of your virtual machines. Isolation between virtual machines. VirtualBox implements isolation between virtual machines, meaning that each virtual machine runs independently of others. This separation helps prevent a compromised virtual machine from affecting other virtual machines or the host system. Network security. VirtualBox offers various networking options, and it's important to configure them securely. Implementing proper network security practices within your virtual machines, such as using firewalls, regularly updating software, and applying security best practices, can help minimize potential risks. Guest additions and tools. VirtualBox provides guest additions and tools that enhance the integration between the host and guest operating systems. It's essential to keep these tools up to date, as they often include security improvements and bug fixes. Despite these security measures, it's important to remain vigilant and follow best security practices when using VirtualBox. Regularly update VirtualBox in your host operating system. Use strong and unique passwords for your virtual machines. Be cautious when downloading and installing guest operating systems or software within the virtual machines, ensuring they come from trusted sources. Implement additional security measures within your virtual machines, such as antivirus software and firewall configurations. Remember, while VirtualBox strives to provide a secure virtualization environment, your overall security also relies on your own practices and the security of the host system.